Hey guys, welcome here to Crestview. We've got new, modern, big homes up here in our area that is just moments away from Destin, guys. I know that it's just a short drive from the Destin area. We're talking 30 to 40 minutes, but what I want to show you here today is how you can find a big, wonderful piece of paradise here in one of the best neighborhoods here in Crestview. And we're gonna tour this home here today to see if it's going to be best for you. We've got some awesome stuff. So guys, let's go ahead and head inside. You're gonna love some of these features and you'll be amazed at the price that you can pay for a brand new construction 2025 in Crestview and the estate essentially that you get for this price. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so some of the big items that we're gonna see here in Juniper Creek is going to be this big 5-bedroom, 3-bath home that we're gonna see. Multi-story, we've got 2 stories in this one that we're gonna be going through. You're gonna see that this is a multi-generational home. What that means is if you've got parents or loved ones or other people staying with you that you are trying to have a cohabitation space with, this is one of those places that you're absolutely going to love. Guys, got a cheat sheet right here. There's so many things that we have to cover. And of course, the bath, the kitchen updates, these things are phenomenal. So we're gonna take a look through here. So let's go ahead and look around. So first of all, we're gonna go into the main area here, which is into the kitchen, which we're about to go back into. You can see in here we've got the recessed lighting, these big ceiling fans throughout. This is a huge area, guys. This entire home is around 3,017 square feet. Yeah, if you heard the rustling, that was me trying to look that up, right? So here's the main part of the kitchen, guys. We'll come back to this because I want to show you some other different parts of this home. But yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see where I'm sitting here, we've got high ceilings all throughout this home. We also, this would be where your main dining is. This is the open concept that people are looking for, where basically you can see yourself inside this home and being able to interact and see with everyone from the kitchen itself. Behind me was the first thing I was talking about before, is the multi-generational home. So when it comes to this, a lot of the times we're looking like, hey, we need like a mother-in-law suite or something else to where, you know, older, your parents or grandparents or whomever, like you want a separate space where they can, you know, basically have their own access to the home. Heck, it could be teenagers, I don't know, whatever you want. But there is actually a closed off door in here. And as we go into this section, we actually have your own blocked off space. So let's take a look in here. So as you come in immediately here to the left, you have your own separate bathroom. Now this could be the main bath that you use for the entire house, or it could be closed off depending upon what you're looking for. Obviously, it's got a single vanity, your commode, and all these different ones, at least in this listing here for this new construction, this is going to be your quartz countertops, okay? So again, back out here. Now it splits, right? We do have right here a, you know, your normal linen closet, and then here to the right could be an office or whatever you want. It's a separate space. It could actually be its own living space if you wanted it to. And you'll see that over here we have the double doors, your French door setup. Oh, it's nice and cool right here. But you have your French door set up. So getting furniture in and out of here brings in a lot of natural light as well. But you notice this is technically a bedroom because we do have a window and we also have a closet. Now, interesting enough with these closets is every single one is a walk-in closet. Some of them are huge, which we're gonna go check out here in a minute. But as you can see, this does allow you to go outside. So this is where the garage is set up here just to the left. and where the main driveway comes in. So you could access in and out of this portion of the house without entering the main part. So if that's something that you're looking for, then this is gonna be it. So we'll go into the other bed, because technically this is a bed too. All right, but this is your standard bedroom that you're gonna have here. Decent sized space, you know, for 3,000 square feet. Decent backyard. Of course, we'll go out there here in a minute. But this is what I really wanted to show you. Look at the size of this walk-in closet. I mean, I think a quarter of this room space is this closet. Like, of course, we got those racks. I don't know about you, but my wife hates those racks, but you could always put whatever you want in here. And one thing that you're noticing throughout here, there's really no carpet. This is all tile. It's that wood look-like tile all throughout this entire home, which is pretty impressive, right? Guys, I wanna remind you too that if you like this home or wanna see what Crestview has to offer, you know, let us talk. You know, my team would love to show you the perfect home. Give me a call or text. All right, guys, so let's keep moving in through here. So let's go into the kitchen before we move on to the other places, because, you know, I know you wanna see this. So interesting fixtures that we have in here, a lot of modern ones that you have. Now these right here, as you're gonna see, are some of those oil polished, like oil rub bronze fixtures. You're gonna see a lot of these throughout the home, just the extra little push that they made to make this look more of a luxury style. Now, most of these doors, especially in our newer constructions, these are all gonna be soft closed doors. Right? So none of those loud banging when you're when you're doing that. We also have your oven range. These are all stainless, so you're gonna see stainless steel appliances. The one thing that you probably noticed when you were in here is that there's no refrigerator. Now, this is not uncommon in our area. When you purchase a brand new construction, it usually doesn't come with a refrigerator, although this is something that you can negotiate within the deal. Especially right now in our area in 2025, if you're looking for some deals, this is the time to go, despite whatever the rates are telling you or what the news is telling you, okay? This is good news if you're on YouTube with me, all right? This is the real stuff. There are opportunities, there are plenty of incentives, not just for these builds, but everything else out there. You need to talk to one of us. We can guide you and tell you and let you know if right now is the best time for you, because we're all a little different. But in any case, let's get back to the tour. Again, stainless steel throughout here. There's actually a ton of space. I don't know if this video is really showing it off well, but this is a ton of extra space that you have. And it does have the under cabinet, and on top of the cabinet, right, over the crown molding, it has all those rope lights that really make this pop, right? Now, some of them aren't. This is just your regular incandescent lights, but throughout some of the other rooms on the tray ceilings, you're gonna see those. Now here we do have that single sink. Some people like the double sink. I'm a huge fan of this. I like to call it, this is called a farmhouse sink. This is also a single bowl apron. This is an apron sink. I actually had to write that down because I didn't know that's what its actual nomenclature was. Yes, that's going to be this one here. I do like it too, just because you can fit pots and pans in there, and it's pretty nice. But lots of storage. This is the thing that I definitely noticed, that there was plenty of storage in this home, and especially in this kitchen. All right, and the microwave isn't over the sink. Obviously, it's not over the oven, so it's actually over here in what looks like more cabinetry, right? So tons and tons of space. But here's the kicker. If you didn't notice, you're like, hey Tim, where's the pantry? This is a big home, there's 5 bedrooms, got a lot of people to feed, right? This is pretty cool. Come on and check this out. This is the walk-in pantry. It's got its own door to it, you know, right? But there's a walk-in pantry. These aren't cheap shelves. These are like really good to go. And they're actually tall enough to put things on. And you have the space on top that we all like to stack those things that are just way too big, right? I can tell you that there's always something in here and you're like, oh man, that's gonna look great. You know, it's gonna have all the different foods that we're gonna be able to go in. You move into one of these places and you're like, this doesn't fit anything, right? So I've definitely had those families that have moved in and we've helped them go in there, and that's just one thing that people don't pay attention to. Additionally, if you're looking at some of the resale homes that are in our area, a lot of them were built in the 70s. And some don't have pantries. They don't look really good. They'll rehab a lot of these homes to have the same sort of fixtures. But you notice like, I didn't even notice, you know, there was no pantry in here. So yeah, it makes a big difference, right? Okay, so we'll go in here in a second. This is the entrance into the garage. But this is also the other entrance, that side entrance in here that creates a little mud room prior to getting in. So, you know, during our rainy seasons and things like that, it's good to have a place to go hang your coats and, you know, put your shoes. Like, this is really nice, and they did a really good job with this, with the different accents. Now, most of the time, if you're coming through the garage, this is where you would go, right? So it actually lines up pretty well. Going into the laundry room, it's nice because we have laundry room inside. Yes, there are places that don't have this. It's in the garage, right? But good amount of space. And then of course we have the garage, and we have the garage out here. This is the hurricane rated garage door. A good space in here as well. And this is one of the garages that don't face straight to the street. It's actually on the side, but lots of extra room. If you want to be able to fit 2 SUVs in here, it's actually long enough that you'd be able to fit if you've got a truck with a longer bed. It was hot out there, that's why I didn't spend too much time. Welcome to Florida. But there's plenty of places. That's a long garage that you'll be able to get into. So next thing I want to go show you is inside the master, okay? So this is actually one of, hold on, let me back up here. This is actually one of those places that I was really excited to show you. Mainly because you walk into this and this thing opens up. Again, you have those French doors, the dual doors. You've got the trade ceilings. You've got extra lighting. Like, you want the mood lighting in here, man, you've got it. It's got tons of that natural light. And if you can't really see in here, like, this is plenty of room for you to have a California King and all the furniture that you want, and you still have extra room. This is one of those great things about having a 5-bedroom home and having over 3,000 square feet, right? Now next, we again have the dual doors, the French doors, going into the master bath suite. This is a really cool place. I've been excited. This is one of my favorite things about this home. You guys gotta come check it out, right? Oh, we're gonna check it out. Okay, so where do we start? So as you go in here, the first thing I notice is that we have a single vanity here. Still has that brush look on it, that oil brush. And you'll see that that's actually the same theme. All the fixtures are gonna have this. So we have the one, and then we have another vanity over here. Yeah, you just saw that walk-in closet. We're gonna get to that, okay? But yes, we do have this, and tons of counter space, right? I know it's something that's gone away for a while, but you see right here, we actually have that makeup table, right? So a lot of the older homes, I thought it was a cool feature. Sit down, you know, you got a stool, sit here, and all your stuff can go right here. And you know, you're not clogging up the 2 different parts. So if I had to guess, you know, in my household, this would be my hole where I would have my stuff, and my wife would have this area here and everywhere else in this bathroom. Right. All right, so immediately after here, it is a separated commode area too, okay? They have a beautiful soak tub in here as well. It's not a jet tub. It's not overly huge, but it's deceiving. Like, it's actually really nice and really large area. All right, so here's another part that I love to show you guys, and it's going to be the custom shower that they have. Now, this is high ceilings. It's got that same tile throughout, and it's got this beautiful waterfall head up here. It's got a small seat down here, and you guys can see that it's got its own custom shelf. Tons of room in here. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And then the last part here is the walk-in closet. Now this is the thing that I thought was really stuck out. So it's got its own area for, you know, your open dresser essentially, and tons of room for you to put up anything that you're hanging. Now, if you want to come in here and get extra places to hang your items, it's actually pretty good. You have a lot of options in there, but absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we've seen the master suite. Let's go ahead and head over to the other bedrooms and the other baths in the house. So as I switch this around, you'll see that we are back at the front of the house. Okay, we're going to head over to the other side. Okay, so as we go over here for the other split bedroom, we have the full stairs. This is actually the only carpet in the entire house, surprisingly enough, okay? We have our other bath. Now this would be the main bath for, of course, these two bedrooms, and it could be for the house if you're gonna close off those other areas. Okay, and then bedroom, the next bedroom in here. Again, this is a similar size that we've had before, but again, another walk-in closet. They just hide all this extra space, right, under the stairs here, and they do a great job with it. And then of course, moving over here, we have our other bedroom. Again, they've made the effort to make sure that there's plenty of storage, and that's what you're gonna get inside here. Again, guys, if you like this home and you want this style for yourself, let's talk, all right? We can definitely talk about all the different new constructions that are out here, the different options, and see if it's right for you. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you when we got to this, because I'm out like in front of the front door, is there's actually a loft up here too. Okay, so I want to show you that before we wrap up this house. Actually, if you guys have made it this far, I got a bonus for you. I'm going to show you the one-story version of this as well. Now, it does need some cleanup, okay? So stick around. We got to use our imagination a little bit. But once we get done with this, we'll head outside just to show you the yard, and then we'll head over there. Okay, so let's go on up the stairs here. All right. And you can see that this is a huge loft. So another kids' room, okay? Just another area to kind of separate, but this is part of the entire part. Now, we did open these doors for you because it does have spray-in insulation all throughout, as you guys can see, and extra storage back here too. This really helps with energy efficiency, right? You'd think that, hey, we need it insulated because of the cold. I'm not gonna say that it's definitely needed for the cold. It's more just to keep the heat out because it gets so warm, especially on our 2 stories, right? And there's another water heater in here too. But with these 2-story homes up top, as if you guys have come from any place that had to have heat before, like it all rises up here. So if you just don't want to be sweating your face off, like having that sprayed insulation makes a huge difference when you are living in here. Okay, so let's venture down the stairs here and we'll keep moving along. So the next part that we're gonna go out to is going to be the backyard here. So again, we get another look at this kitchen. This is just a beautiful home. It really is. Okay, so let's head out back here. And then we have your open patio. And this is nice too. You have not a huge backyard, but something actually pretty sizable. So it's not a lot of issues with maintenance. And in Crestview, especially in South Crestview, we get a lot of homes that are on different elevations. And it's kind of hilly here. I mean, for for Florida. Crestview has a bit of hills in here and some interesting driveways and things like that. But they actually, this one's on a pretty level lot. Over there is that other home, by the way, that we'll go ahead and check out here in a minute. But yeah, this is the outside of the home. All right, let's head right back in here. All right, guys, so here is the one-story version of the house that we were talking about. We'll do a quick walkthrough of this so you guys can see another version. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so we can see that we still have the open kitchen concept. Front door and a half bath. Now you can see now too that we have a laundry room. Do need a bit of a clean in here, but that's okay. All right, yep. Single vanity. And we've got this big room. So this is another access, big room that you can use. Another big closet. Just like the other home, this does allow you to have a separate area, kind of split from the other. Lots of natural light in here. I'm just set up the same, except this just doesn't have the same square footage, but huge open area. There's your front doors up there. Let's check again into the master. Again, that same tray ceilings, right? And then we can step into, we have our bath and our big walk-in closet. This is almost bigger than the last one over in that in that 3,000 square foot home. All right, dual vanities, same size, equal size. And again, another custom shower. Now this one doesn't have the rain shower, but it still has that custom tile and a separate area for your commode. Moving on out. We have the one bedroom here. Again, they've made a big effort to ensure that there are lots of areas with more storage. Okay. Again, needs a bit of love with that construction clean, but it's gonna look real nice when it's done. And of course, this is a sneak peek that we've been able to give you. It was actually a surprise I was able to get into this one today. All right, and then the front door here. And that will conclude this new construction as well. Again, this will be much cheaper than the other one. Has similar sort of updates, but you guys can start to see what that luxury really looks like and what you can find in really nice neighborhoods here in Crestview. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, guys, as we're wrapping it up here, just want to go through some of the specifics that we do have for this home here. Over in Juniper Creek. So it is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. We saw all those. Those are all full baths that we have throughout here. This is a brand new 2025 build. It's 3,017 square feet. And it is part of an HOA, but this is actually a really nice neighborhood that you guys can see in South Crestview. It means a lot to be in the southern part of Crestview to avoid a lot of the traffic and some of the lack of infrastructure that they have to handle, the cars coming in off of I-10 and everything else like that. But having the HOA, you think that's really bad. This is not one of those ones that you've seen the stories about in South Florida. It's only $600 annually for this size of a home, right? So It's really nothing for what you're gonna get in this location and to make sure that the upkeep is good to go. As you saw, this was 2 stories in here as well, and it has all the modern updates that you have. Now, if you guys are curious about the different type of promotions that these new constructions have, or on this property specifically, of course, you can reach out to my team and we can get you that. Now, if you're interested in other new constructions or just any other properties here in Crestview, again, reach out to us. We can see what fits your budget the best and see what we can do. There are so many opportunities in this market. Truly, there are. Don't listen to all the noise. There are. Give us a call. We're happy to go over that with you because subject to change at any time for any reason, right? But you guys are probably wondering, like, what is the price for something this big? I can tell you that if you pick this house up, put it into Destin, it was probably north of $1 million. You get it up here in Crestview, in this beautiful neighborhood, you're gonna be looking just over $600,000, all right? Now, the average price point that you're gonna see for other newer construction, much less in square footage, you know, around 1,600 square feet. You're gonna be looking more around those 350s to up to 400s. And as you guys saw in the other one below, it's not gonna be around 600, it's probably more close to that 500 range for something this big and this new. But there are plenty of opportunities in that $300 to $400 mark for new constructions, and even more opportunity for resale specifically in this market now. So guys, there's one thing that I really want to hone in on here too, and is I don't want you to come in here and fail and risk overpaying or missing out on awesome incentives that we have out here in the market. And there's other things that you need to consider with hidden costs, different real estate laws that have changed from 2024. So I don't want you to do that. If you do reach out to us, you can own a beautiful home like this with everything that you're looking for, with brand new updates in a home that no one has ever been in before. And you're gonna get quality, peace of mind, knowing that you're gonna be held wisely going with us. We have the most easy, simplistic way, especially when it comes to new construction, to make sure you and your family get in here. But guys, don't go away yet. I have way more stuff about Crestview and all the other areas here on the Emerald Coast. It's gonna be coming up somewhere around here or up here, depending upon how your screen's set up. So which one was it? This one? This one? I don't know, guys. Check out our channel. We got tons and tons of more coming out. We'll see you in the next video.